I'm in worse shape than I thought. Why, you little... Dear Tim and Moby, what are gears and what do they do? From Stan. A gear is a device that transfers motion from one part of a machine to another. Most gears are wheels or cylinders. These are sometimes called cogs. Just about every machine with moving parts, from clocks to cars to DVD players, uses gears. Gears usually have teeth on their edges that mesh together. When one of them turns, it forces the other gear to turn with it. Gears can also be connected by a chain, like on this bike. You often see little gears paired up with bigger gears. One reason to do that is to increase torque or turning power. Well, big gears turn with more power than small gears. The larger the radius, the more force a turning wheel has. Gears take advantage of that difference. Check out this electric car window. Like many machines, it's driven by a small motor, which doesn't use up a lot of electricity. These little guys spin really fast, but without much torque, definitely not enough force to move that heavy glass up and down. To increase the torque, you attach the motor to a gear train, a set of 2 or more gears. The gear connected directly to the motor will be small, and the next gear in the train will be bigger. In this gear train, the smaller gear has 12 teeth, and the bigger one has 36. That means the small gear has to turn 3 times to turn the big gear once. So we say that this train has a 1-to-3 gear ratio. Right, the big gear turns 1/3 as fast as the little one, but with a lot more torque. So you're trading in rotational speed for force. Gear trains set up this way create a mechanical advantage, magnifying the amount of force put into them. Think of it this way, you could stop a car window's motor with your fingers, but not the window itself. You can add more gears to the train to get higher and higher gear ratios and more output force. Oh yeah, gear ratios work the other way too, trading in force to gain speed. Like in an electric fan, you want as much rotational speed as possible. To do that, you set up a gear train with progressively smaller gears. On a bicycle, your legs are the motor. You use a big gear in front and a small gear in back to get more speed, and a small gear in front paired with a big gear in the back for more torque. Well, gears can do lots of other things too. When 2 gears are directly engaged, what do you notice about them? Right, they spin in opposite directions. Anytime the direction of a mechanical motion needs to be reversed, you can just add another gear to it. That's useful for any machine that has to be able to move in 2 directions, like cars or electric drills. And not all gears are round, by the way. These specially shaped bevel gears are used to change the axis of a machine's rotation. That's especially useful in cars, where you have to translate the motion from a shaft spinning down the middle to the wheels. And this worm gear rotates once for every single tooth on the cog it's engaged with. That's useful for getting a really high gear ratio. Yeah, maybe I could use a worm gear on my bike. Or a little less dead robot weight.